What's good, family? How we doing? We really got to master the art of being bored, being alone, not having nothing to do. And there's a reason why. There's a lot of reasons why. And so let's hop into the first one, right? The first reason why we got to be okay with being alone, being bored, not being around anybody, we have to master the art of this, is because you have to recognize that it is a season of your life. This is not going to be your life forever. Okay. I know it feels like that. I know you want friends. I know you want friends around, and you want family around or whatever. You want to make new friends. There's a season in your life where you will, and there's a season in your life where you won't. Now, if you're looking for virtual friends, we got a Discord. People who think just like you, they want to be purpose driven. They are, and they are working to be 1% better each and every day. You could join the Discord below. But again, when we're mastering the art of being alone, it's because we understand that it is a season of our life. And there is something that this season of isolation is trying to teach you. You have to learn the lesson. You have to get the lesson. Like, you have to get what this season is trying to tell you. If you don't get the lesson, what tends to happen is you'll stay in that season longer than you should. All right? You'll stay in that season longer than you should. And that's why being lonely for a lot of people feels like forever, because you're not figuring out why you're lonely. One of the biggest reasons why I was lonely, it was 2023. I didn't have a lot of people around. I probably had one or two. Shout out to my brother Spencer. Shout out to my brother Jamari. And I appreciate my brother Josh for always checking in on me. You know, it's not easy, bro. When you're on this grind, it's not easy. And I was 2023. I was really isolated from the world, and it was because I had to learn to be a better person. I really just had to learn that. I also learned a lot about people. I learned a lot about how people act. And so I was learning about people. I was learning about myself. I was learning to be accountable, responsible. I was learning to evolve. I was learning to mature. I was learning that, words hurt, but actions hurt, way worse. Like, my actions matter. My words really matter. I was learning these things, man. And I'm so glad that I went through that season of my life, because I'm no longer in that season of my life. I'm no longer isolated. If I'm isolated, it's because I want to be. But I mastered that. Like, mastering that is so important. Mastering the season of isolation is so important, because you never know when you'll be isolated again. And you got to learn to be okay with the presence of yourself. And that's point 2, being okay with your own presence. So not just learning about what you need to learn, while you're alone, not just doing the inner work, but building a relationship with yourself for once. There's a lot of times we're building relationships with other people, and that's great. That's cool. But what about building a relationship with ourselves? Why aren't we building relationships with ourselves? So we have to learn to build a relationship with ourselves, right? We got to learn to talk to ourselves the right way, communicate with ourselves the right way. We got to learn what self-love is. A lot of us are isolated because we don't practice self-love. Y'all don't love yourself. You don't love the man that God made you to be. You don't love your life. You're not grateful for life. You're not grateful for anything. You can look around your life and you'll find problems with everything. It's a problem here. It's a problem there. It's a problem everywhere. And again, we're supposed to be grateful, man, for the things that are working. There's a lot working in your life. You got to be grateful for those things that are working. And there's a lot of people that are not grateful. So add that into the equation. The equation of what? The equation of understanding, prosperity, success, living the life that we want to live. It all starts with gratitude and being grateful for what you already have. You got to be grateful for what you already have. And so periods of isolation can help you be grateful for the things that you have. You start to look around your life because you're not distracted with everybody else and what they got going on. You're not distracted with everybody else's plans. You're not distracted with all that. You can finally focus on you. You can finally focus on the things that you're working on. You can finally focus on the things that you want to do in your life. You can finally focus on building a relationship with you. You can finally focus on self-love. You can finally focus on self-growth. You can finally put the attention back on you for once in your life, because we're focused on everybody else and we're focused on all these distractions, and we're trying to be who other people want us to be. But you can finally ask who you want to be. You can finally ask yourself, how do I want my life to look like? You can finally work towards that. I don't think there's nothing more valuable than that, nothing more important than that. We got to work towards living a good life, work towards living the life that we want. But in order to do that, we have to go through seasons of isolation, because we have to get prepared for battle. And a lot of times being prepared for battle, it's not always being in a team, but it's understanding the team that you'll always have no matter what happens on the outside. The team of you, God, and making that work. You'll always have yourself. You came into this earth by yourself. You'll leave by yourself. And so you'll always have yourself. You'll always have God. And you got to learn to connect with God. And that's another reason why you're isolated, and we need to master the art of being bored. We need to master the art of isolation, because God wants to talk to you. He wants to connect with you, and he notices that you're a great talker. You could talk to everybody else. You could call everybody else, but every single day he's waiting on your prayer. He's waiting on your phone call, and you never do it. And as many times he's calling us, but we never pick up the phone. It's like God is calling, right? So I want you to understand, you have to master isolation. You have to master the art of being bored, because sometimes God's trying to talk to you. God's trying to talk to you. All right. So let's bring it back to ways of success, of practicality. Why do we need to master the art of being alone? Why do we need so much isolation? Go ask any great philosopher, successful man, people who have been on their purpose, great men and women, right, doing great things. Ask them if they had to go through a season of isolation, and the answer is probably yes. They had to go through a season of isolation. It's the isolation that gives you the ideas. It's the boredom that gives you the ideas. Success is boring, right? Like, it's boring, man. It's doing the same things over and over again, right? The same good habits, just keep on doing it. It can get boring, man, but it's necessary. It's necessary. Isolation teaches you that. It teaches you what it takes. Boredom teaches you that. It gets boring. But doing the same things each day gets boring, but that's what's going to carry you to where you want to go in life. So isolation, boredom, tough times, good times, man, you name it, it's all part of the process. You have to practice isolation. There's going to be times where you have all the friends in the world that you ask for, you still feel isolated, because that's the season of life that you're going through. You can have 5 friends, you can still feel isolated. You could be in a big crowd in New York City, you can still feel isolated. And the reason why it's so easy is because of what's going on in here. So if you're going through a season of isolation right now, that's a good thing. Master what you're going through so you can learn how to connect with God at will. Connect with God, build a strong relationship with God, despite if you're around a group of people or not, despite if you're alone or not. There's certain fundamentals that you need to learn about life. There's certain things that you need to be doing in your life. Okay? So, master isolation. It's not something that we do because we're trying to get away from people. It's also so we could be better for people. This is the next reason. Okay? I hope y'all writing this down. Can somebody compile the reasons that we're doing in this video and put it in the comment section? I would really, really appreciate that. I know I'm giving y'all homework. Somebody who really loves the purpose-driven community. I know you'll do it justice. Please go through this video, pick out the main points. I would love to see it, even for myself, to see the main points of this video. So we could just know what it is. But it's also about God Man, did I forget what I was gonna say? Hold on. Isolation is about, there you go, I found it. Being better, being a better version of yourself. And that helps you be better for others. So isolation is not so we can run away from people, right? Like mastering isolation, mastering boredom is not so we don't communicate with people. We love to communicate with people. That's what it's all about. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to be better people. We're trying to evolve. We're trying to self-improve. We are trying to do the inner work. And when you take care of yourself, when you practice self-care, because that's what isolation allows you to do. It allows you to practice self-care. You can now fill up your own cup and pour into others. So I got this water bottle right here, right? I got this water bottle right here, okay? Because I'm isolated, I'm able to take care of myself. Deer Park, we are not sponsored, but you know, I'm able to take care of myself because we are isolated, man. When I'm isolated, I'm able to recharge. I'm able to focus on me. I'm able to realize what I need in my life and focus on what I need in my life. But once I start hanging around other people, helping other people, right, this will start to happen, right? Half my water is gone. So what you want to do in life is you want your water to be overflowing to the point where it pours out. You have excess to give. Basically, you paid your bills. You got money in your savings. You got money saved up and all that. Family member going through a tough time. Because your cup is overflowing, you're able to pitch in where you're able to pitch in without diving deep into your cup. I'll give another example. Because you are well rested, and let's say you woke up at 6 a.m. but you went to sleep at like 9 p.m. So well rested. You've been working from 6 a.m. to let's say 4 p.m. People want to hang out with you at 5:30 p.m. You still have the capacity to do so because you practice good sleep. Cup is overflowing. You have so much energy because you're practicing good sleep. Right. I think y'all get what I'm trying to say. So having a good mindset, healthy mindset, filling up your cup, having proper self-care, that can help you help other people. Right? Once you're trying to get your life in order, then you can help other people. Your life got to be in order. You got to be practicing the things that you preach so you can help other people. Same concept. Your cup has to be overflowing. So yeah, we can help people. We want to see people win. Cup has to overflow though. The cup has to overflow, man. And I don't think a lot of y'all cups are overflowing. The cup has to overflow, right? So isolation helps you have an overflowing cup, which allows you to be better for others. Isolation will give you so many tools that you can use even when you're not isolated, like building a relationship with God and like practicing self-care. You could practice self-care without being isolated, but a lot of people learn to practice self-care once they're isolated, once they're bored, because they're forced to focus on themselves. They are forced to focus on what's going right or wrong within, and that's so important. So you have to focus on yourself. Isolation does that for you. Isolation helps you focus on you. Isolation helps you focus on the things that matter. Every man should master isolation. Every woman that's watching this too should master isolation. Master the art of being bored. It's okay to be bored. Go for a walk. Go outside. Do something creative. Do something different. It's okay to be bored. It's okay. That's peace. You're finding peace. Learn to relax and learn to rest in that peace. God bless you. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. Let's master the art of being bored. Let's master the art of isolation. Thank you for watching.